திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். பாடும் வரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமா முகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனியானே சகோதரன். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஊழியர்கோன் பொழித்த பொறியர்கோன் கடல் பொத்தி ஆழி மிசை கல்மிதப்பில் அணிந்த பிரான் அடிபோர் வாழி திருநாவலூர் வெண்தொண்டர் பரம்பூற்றி ஊடிமொழி திருவாத ஊர திருத்தாள் போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். சாஸ்திரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருந்தன்மையினாலே ஞானத்திறன் சார்பாக நம்முடைய அன்பிற்கும் போற்றுதலுக்கும் உரிய கத்தார் சரவணன் தம்பதியினுடைய நல்ல ஆதரவினாலே சைவ சித்தாந்த கொள்கைகளை எல்லாம் ஆங்கிலத்தை தொடர்ந்து உரையாக பார்த்த பிறகு த ஹோலி டெய்டிஸ் ஆஃப் சைவம் என்கிற தலைப்பில் திருக்கோயிலே எழுந்தருளி இருக்கக்கூடிய சைவ திருமூர்த்தங்களை பற்றிய செய்திகளை எல்லாம் நாம் தொடர்ந்து சிந்திக்கின்ற மூலமாக சிவலிங்கத்தை பற்றி த ஹோலி டெய்டிஸ் ஆஃப் லார்ட் சிவா என்கிற தலைப்பில் சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறோம். We have discussed the Maheshwara Murtam, that is the form of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is the only God who assumes form, formless, and then formless form. These three type of worshipping status are available for Lord Shiva. In temple, if you go there, you can see the Maheshwara Murtam, that is the form of Lord Shiva. Those described and approved in Sivagavams, they would have been installed in temples and we would have witnessed. Now, as the primary deity, the formless form, Shivalingam, would have been installed in all the temples, and that is the final and primary deity of Lord Shiva in one temple. There may be other sannadhis, that is, we may go over there and we may pay our prayers in so many sannadhis. Those are all called sannadhi. But the important thing that we must remember is the primary deity or the Moolavar. In Tamil it is called the Moolavar. That is the one we have to offer Veeratanum, prayers, everything should be performed only at the primary deity. So all other deities are within the limits of primary deity. Shivlingam is the primary deity in all Shivan temples, and if you go even to Muruga temple or Pillayar temple, even there you must witness the installation of Lord Shiva in the Shivalingam. See, unless otherwise there is a Shivalingam, any form of any other deity is not approved in the Shivagama. That is, only, for example, in the Karuvarai, there is the primary section of the temple. If you see Lord Muruga will be there, but along with him, you may find the Shivalinga indicating that the deity of Muruga or deity of Vinayaka are nothing but the Lord Shiva. All our prayers should be performed primarily at the Karuvarai, that is the primary section of the temple. So it is called Karuvarai, means it is the center, nucleus, or whatever you say, that is it is the epic center, the very important point of the temple, whole temple. We may see a lot of deities when we come around the temple, but all those deities, they receive the power only from the main deity or Moolavar. So Shivalingam, the formless form, it is very important. So we pay our respect, our prayers, nivedanam, all these things should be performed only to the primary deity. Of course, we can pay our respects to all other deities, but subject to the main dedication only to the primary deity. Okay, so I think I have made my point clear. So many people are making prayers or making main prayers and performing main puja to the other sannadhis, bypassing the primary deity. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. So the primary deity is the main reason for donating the power to all other deities. That we must understand. For example, I have to quote this example. Well, if you go to Thirunallaru, Darbaranyeswarar, the Shivalingam is the main deity. He is the one who can liberate us from the sufferings, who can offer his grace, and who can solve our problems, who can null away our difficulties. All these things can be done only by the primary deity. That Shivalingam is called Darbaranyeswarar. But people are not going to that Sannadhi. They all swarming around the Saniswaran Sannadhi. So you can witness that. If you go over there, people, virtually speaking, people are not at the Sannadhi of Darbaranyeswarar. Everybody is here. So, but it is a wrong notion. See, Darbaranyeswarar gives the power to Thirunallareswarar. If at all Thirunallareswarar means, what does it mean? It is Darbaranyeswarar. The Saniswaran, the deity installed in the temple, receives the power only from Darbaranyeswarar. That we must understand. Okay. So, the Veeratanam, that is the brave deeds executed by Lord Shiva in 8 temples. We have already described 4 temples. That is, we have discussed Thiruvathigai, if I am correct, and we have discussed Thiruvirkudi, and we have discussed Thirupariyalur, and we have also discussed Thirukorukkai. Today we are going to take up the temple Thirukkadaiyur. See Thirukkadaiyur. Thirukkadaiyur, I need not say the importance of Thirukkadaiyur, because if I say Thirukkadaiyur, people will be getting the idea of the Thirukkadaiyur temple where Lord Shiva kicked Yamadharma because of Markandeya. Yaman's duty is to take away the soul from the body. He will separate the soul from the body. That is why he is called Kutruvan, Kurubaduthugiravan. He will take away this soul from the body, and he will leave away the body with the world to perform Kriya for that body. But anyway, he will take away the soul. Soul will not be there. So we may not remember meeting Brahman. We may not remember. Of course, Brahma caused our birth, but we may not remember. We do not remember anything that have happened in our childhood. So we may not remember Brahman. But everybody will meet Yamadharman. Everybody will meet him. He will come and meet. Definitely. Nobody can say that I will not meet him, I will not leave this world, I will be here forever. Nobody can claim. Everybody has to leave this world one day or other. Of course, that has been predetermined and pre-fixed. So that cannot be changed at all. So on that day, on the final day, the Yamadharman will appear and he will summon and he will take away the soul. Even though I have told you that Yamadharman will be coming, Yamadharman directly may not come, he may send his messengers, he may send his servants, Yamatutar. They are called Yamatutar. So they will be carrying the message from Yaman that Varuvavargal Ole Kondu Vandu, Arningnathar says that they will be carrying the warrant. The warrant they will be carrying to take away the soul from the body. Again, so what we must understand is everybody will be meeting Yamadharman one day or other. So people will be very much afraid of him because he is going to take away the soul from the body, isn't it? That is why they will be afraid. They may not be afraid of Shivan, but they will be afraid of Yaman. People who are not very much worried about Shivan, they will definitely be worried about Yaman. Because Yaman, if he comes, people cannot avoid him. People cannot win over him. People will be defeated by the bravery and vigor and valor of Yamadharman. So, if at all, if you want to win over Yaman, if you want to drive away the fear for Yaman, if you want to be fearless of Yaman, then you must pray Thirukkadaiyur Ishwaran. The God, the Almighty Lord Shiva in Thirukkadaiyur, if we go and pray before him, if we go and offer our puja for Veerataneshwarar, he is called Thirukkadaiyur Veerataneshwarar. If you, Amritaghateswarar is another name, Amritaghateswarar. If you go over there and pay your prayer sincerely and honestly and be at his feet, then Yaman will be hesitant to come to you, because he has been warned by Lord Shiva in this place that you should not approach my devotees, I will take care of them. That doesn't mean
Since he says that Yaman should not go near devotees, it doesn't mean devotees will be deathless or they will be here forever. It doesn't mean that. The real meaning of that statement is, the soul will not be taken by Yaman for the next birth. It will be taken by Lord Shiva for birthless state. That is, we are praying Lord Shiva to avoid our rebirths. Any more birth we are afraid of, and we pray Lord Shiva, we don't want any birth in this world. Kindly keep me with you, keep my soul with you, I will serve for you, but I will not come back to this world. Please take care of me. That is the prayer people used to make. So Lord Shiva has warned Yaman, you don't take the souls who have surrendered to me, who have become my devotees. You don't go near them. I will take care of them. That's what Lord Shiva says. So Thirukkadaiyur, it is the very, very important place where the fear for Yaman will be nullified and will be driven away. As a matter of fact, the story goes like this. There was one city called Kadagam. There one lived a saint, Kuchahar. He is a Vedic Brahmin, and his son Veeratanum. At the right time, Veeratanum was married to Virdai, and they had a son. That son name is Mrigandu. Mrigandu married again Maruthuvadi. Even though they had all other facilities, wealth, everything in their life, they didn't have a child in their life. So they prayed Lord Shiva to bless them with a child. Lord Shiva gifted them a child who can live only 16 years. Since he offered to give the child subject to the wish of Mrigandu, he asked him, do you want a son who will live for 100 years but with bad qualities, and he will be a hindrance, and he will not be liked by all others, but he will live for 100 years. Otherwise, if you want a son who can live only 16 years, but he will be living meaningful life, and he will be loved by one and all. What type of son you want? He made asked Mrigandu to make a choice. Mrigandu, of course, he chose a son with 16 years, because even though the son lives for a short duration, he can bring fame and name to the family. See, any child should bring good name to the family. That will be the wish of the parents. So here also the parents requested Lord Shiva to offer them, to bless them a child with the good qualities. Of course, they need not bother if it is going to live 16 years. Sivakuman gifted them a child with 16 years as they have wished, and the son grew up. The parents were very happy about the son. They named him as Markandeya. The son grew up. When he attained the age of 16, the parents started worrying, because Lord Shiva has told only 16 years the son will be living. His lifespan is only 16 years. So they were very, very worried, and they expected the day of the final day for their son to die. So on the completion of 16th year, they were upset, and Markandeya requested them to explain why they were upset. They told him the truth. Markandeya told the parents, why you worry for this? The God has given the boon. He is still there. We can go and ask him to change it or ask for another boon. Then that is the only solution for our problem. Why you sit here and weep and cry? Do something. Go to the Almighty. Did he say to you that you should not ask any more boon? He didn't say like that. Did he say that you should not come to me asking anything? Not like that. Then why do you hesitating? Why are you hesitating to approach him? Let us approach him. Having said like this, Markandeya rushed to the temple and sat before the Lord Shiva and performed wonderful puja. Wonderful puja. The puja is 100% soul oriented. He dedicated the soul completely. His thoughts, his love, his words, his action, everything were sacrificed or submitted, summoned before the Lord Shiva. So at the time of the completion of the 16th year, the day, as per the original schedule, the Yaman approached the spot and tried to take away the soul from Markandeya. But Markandeya was very close to Lord Shiva physically and mentally. He was very close to Shiva and he refused to come to Yaman. Yaman got wild and upset. So he threw his pasam, that is a rope. That is a rope, a magic rope that will go and pick up the soul from the body and will take it to the Yamadharman. So he threw the rope. At that time, Lord Shiva appeared. Lord Shiva appeared out of the Shivalingam, appeared and he kicked the Yaman with his left feet. Only gently he kicked. He didn't kick very strongly. Gently he kicked. But that was sufficient to take away his soul. Yaman was dead. His soul was taken away. He came over there to take away the soul of Markandeya, but on the contrary, he lost his life. Yaman lost his life. And all people prayed Lord Shiva. Yaman only did his duty. Lord Shiva, kindly bear with his action. Bring him back. Everybody prayed Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva brought the soul back to Yaman, and Yaman came to Lord Shiva, fell at his feet and asked him to forgive his mistake. So the story goes like this. So what we understand is those who are devotees, those who have submitted themselves under the feet of Lord Shiva, they need not be afraid of Yaman. Yaman will take us or will take any soul only if the soul is associating with the world. If the soul is associating with the world with the thoughts, or if the soul is associating with the world with action, or if the soul is associated with the world by its words, then naturally naturally what we can understand is naturally that the Yaman will come and take away the soul from the man. See, why I am stressing this is because if we are involved, associating with the Lord Shiva with our thoughts and by our action and by our words, Mukkaranangal, the three ways of associating Lord Shiva. How can we associate with him? How can we make our prayer? Either by words or by performing puja with our hands, by seeing eyes, all these are actions. So, this is actually by language or by actions. Above all, performing puja by the thoughts, dedicated thoughts, pure thoughts, non-adulterated thoughts. These thoughts are very, effective and powerful to take you to the Lord Shiva. You got my point? Okay. Now, Markandeya performed the puja wonderfully, and because of that, Lord Shiva got involved in the love of Markandeya, and when Markandeya approached the spot to take away the soul of Markandeya, it is because the 16 years as a boon gifted by Lord Shiva has come to an end. So, to the effect of the boon, Lord Shiva only gave the boon. Only to the effect of the boon, the Yamadharman came over to the spot and took away the soul. But that was punished by Lord Shiva. Why? It is because Yaman can take away the life completed soul. Life completed soul, he has every right to take away. But subject to the condition that the soul should be associating with this world, with any one of these three entries, either by tongue or either by the body or either by the thoughts. Here, Markandeya performed the puja by thoughts, by physic and by words. So, he is as a matter of fact, he was with the Lord Shiva at the time of Yaman arrived. At the time Yaman arrived, he was with Lord Shiva. So, the Yamadharman should understand the theory or rule that he has every right to take away the soul which one has completed its lifespan in this earth, he can take away, provided that soul should be involved in the worldly activities. It should be involved in the worldly activities. That is, either it should be physically doing some duties, or it is by its memory or by its words it should be praying, or any other work if it is doing, then it is entitled to be taken away by Yamadharman. But here Markandeya was performing a puja. If the people are associating themselves with Lord Shiva, Yaman doesn't have the right to come over and take away the soul. So, this is the breach of rule. As a matter of fact, Yaman tried to take away the soul of Markandeya, who was performing a puja. So, it is a breach of trust or breach of rule. That is why Lord Shiva appeared and kicked him away. So, if you are very close to Lord Shiva, if you are going to perform puja for Lord Shiva, then during that period, Yaman will not come near to you. So, I think I am making my point clear. Here, Markandeya was saved and blessed by Lord Shiva, and Yaman, who was dead, by the prayer of other people, God gave back their life to him, and he requested Lord Shiva to bear with him, to forgive him for his mistake. and he assured that he will not approach any Shiva a devotee if they are involved in the puja, Shiva puja. That's how he gave the statement. So that took place in Thirukkadaiyur, a place where this deed was considered to be performed by Lord Shiva. Thirukkadaiyur, Thirukkadaiyur, a very famous place for getting away the fear of the Yaman. You understand? Where is it actually? The Thirukkadaiyur, Yamanai kadanda oor, Irappai kadanda oor. That is why it is called a Kadaiyur. Kada means that is to cross the border of death. Irappin ellaiயை கடத்தல். So it is placed geographically on the eastern side of Mayiladurai and Tarangambadi. Tarangabar, in English it is called Tarangabar. So in between Tarangabar and Mayiladurai, the Mayiladurai is the Mayuram. In between Mayuram and Tarangabar, the place is located. It has a railway station, of course. If at all you want to go to Thirukkadaiyur, you should not miss another temple located very near to Thirukkadaiyur called Thirukkadaiyur Meinyanam. Even though it is being called Meinyanam, the actual name is Mayanam, Thirukkadaiyur Mayanam. We must visit that temple also. Here also Lord Shiva is there, Ambal is there. Okay, so on the eastern side of Thirukkadaiyur, about a mile away from Thirukkadaiyur temple, this Thirukkadaiyur Mayanam is found, and here also the sacred puja for Lord Shiva is being performed for the Sivalingam. Now, the story goes like this. In Thirukkadaiyur Mayanam, as a matter of fact, the Swami is called Amritaghateswarar. Even there it is called Amritaghateswarar in another temple. Both of them are located side by side, and there is a well in Meinyanam. The water is not potable. We cannot drink that water. It is only fit for Abhishekam of Lord Shiva. That is being taken in a cart and being brought to the temple for Abhishekam. So likewise, the two temples side by side, Thirukkadaiyur, Thirukkadaiyur Mayanam, both the temples we must visit. And Kalasammarar, even though the Moolavar, that is the primary deity, will be a Sivalingam, Kalasammarar, another Sannidhi, is very famous. People used to go over there. You can see here Kalasammarar, that is killing the Yamadharman. The posture would have been there. If you go over there, people performing lot of pujas for Kalasammarar to remove the pain of death, to remove the pain of death. That is, people are very much afraid of death. As a matter of fact, death is not that painful. The thought of dying is very painful. Only the thought of death is painful. Do you feel any pain over the sleep? Over the sleep you are very happy. People get old when they are being awake, when they are being asked to, if you are waking up, the people get wild. Otherwise they are very happy. Likewise, death cannot be painful. It can be only pleasant. In Saiva Siddhantam, it is called Elaiparudal. It is called a Elaiparudal. You understand? So, what is that bothering us as a matter of fact in death? Is only the thought. Because why the thought should make us afraid of the death? Why at all the thought should make us fear? It is because we do not know where we go. We are reluctant to leave this world because we are very reluctant to leave this because we have a lot of things to be left over, isn't it? We have to leave our house, we have to leave our kith and kin, we have to leave our shirt, pant, we have to leave everything here. So that makes you painful. You understand? So many belongings, so many things in this world, you have attachments. So that is why, because of these attachments, you feel very, very depressed, very, very, you are afraid of leaving this world. The only thing to null away your fear, to drive away your fear, is the only solution is remove all the attachments. If there are no attachments, no fear. If you don't have anything to leave, why should you be afraid of leaving? Isn't it? Patadar says that he left all his wealth there. Then only he says that I am not afraid of death because I don't have anything to leave behind. I don't have anything to leave behind. So the attachments make us fear. The attachments in this world make us fear and make us worry about our death. Make your attachment only with the Lord Shiva. The only attachment I am having is only with the Lord Shiva. The only attachment I am having is mandram. Nothing else. If I am saying it very easily, but to practice it is very difficult. But I am telling you the solution. See, I am telling you the solution. The solution is null away the attachments. Naturally, you will be driving away your fear for death. That is the only solution. How to drive away the attachments? Improve your attachment, develop your attachment, grow your love for Lord Shiva. That is the only way. You are not supposed to leave attachments without getting attached to something else. So, the natural tendency of the soul is when it leaves something, it is going to surrender to something else. When it is leaving it something, it is going to be dependent on something else. So, it is always dependent. It cannot stay aloof. It cannot stand alone. Either it has to get attached to Lord Shiva or to the Prapanjam. Prapanjam gives a lot of pains. So, why don't you try to remove all the attachments and slowly attaching yourself to Lord Shiva. Our ancestors, our saints have showed this way. So, kindly understand that the only way to get away the fear, to drive away the fear for death is to develop love for Lord Shiva. So, that is why we are coming to this temple, offering our prayer, offering our love to Lord Shiva, and also telling him, oh my God, I don't have any attachments in this world. Only people who say that I don't have any attachments in this world, I am having only attachment with you, those people only can go and pray Lord Shiva in Thirukovilur and get the boon or gift from him. What is the point of going to Lord Shiva saying, I will have all attachments in this life, I will have all attachments in this world, I will not leave my wealth, I will not leave my house, I will not leave my job, I will not leave my bank balance, I will not leave my credit cards, but I want you to extend my lifetime here. I should not be afraid of Yaman. Please tell Yaman not to come to me. God will ask why. Why should I ask Yaman to keep away from you? Why should I say? Give me one reason that I should tell him, keep away from my boy. keep away from my man. I should tell him, isn't it? Tell me one reason, give me one reason to tell him, don't go near so and so. Swami, I am very fond of you. I am having very love boy. What is the love will pay? What is the type of love you have on me? Buying coconut, buying some flowers, buying some garlands. Do you think that you can convince me? You can satisfy me? God will ask. If you say that, oh my Lord, I don't have any attachments in this world, I am having only attachment with you, so kindly ask Yamadarman not to come near me, kindly save me from the Yaman. It is meaningful, it is understandable. Now, you have all sorts of attachments in this world and you are asking me now to give the reason not to leave this world. I don't want to leave this world because I am having so much of wealth, I am having so much of attachments, I am having so much of buildings, so many things are there. That is why I don't want to leave this world. That is not acceptable by Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam. He will not accept that offer. Don't waste your time going over there and paying huge amount to Gurukul. Nothing will be fruitful. Unless otherwise, if you are ready to null away, if you are ready to throw away your attachments, you go over to Thirukadaiyur and tell him, oh my Lord, I have thrown all these attachments, I am coming here. I have come here to surrender myself to the lotus feet. Please don't send Yamadharman to me. I am very much afraid of him. I don't want him to come to me. I don't want him to come near me. You send your people, Bhudaganangal, Sivaganangal, you send them. I am ready to come over. That is why this Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam, that is the purpose of Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam. You understand? So we must understand the real concept, then only it, unless otherwise our prayers are meaningful, they don't pay anything. People say, I am doing this prayer, I am doing this puja, I am doing these things, Lord Shiva is not giving me anything. How can he give? When you are doing something contradictory to his sayings, his preachings, how can he give you the things you want? Naturally, he won't be giving. Okay, anyway, the Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam, a place for performing puja for the 60th birthday, 70th birthday, 80th birthday, 90th birthday. So many birthdays are coming and going. So many birthdays are coming and going. We never change. Throughout the birthday come and go, we celebrate. What is the change that is happening in us? Whether we have departed from this world by breaking the attachments. Asa nigalam tugalayina pin pesa anubudhi pirandadve tusa maniyum tuhirum puneval nesa muruga nenadan barular asa nigalam tugalayina. See, don't think that I am teaching you, I am preaching you, I am telling you something which is not found in our ancestors' sayings. Whatever ancestors said, I am just repeating and I am just giving you the real meaning of them. So don't go to Thirukadaiyur and spend your money over there unless otherwise you understand the basic concept. Of course, he drove away the Yamadharman to safeguard Mani Markandeya. That is true, 100% true. It has happened there. I can vouch, everybody can vouch. But will he do that for us? He did for Markandeya, okay, agreed. 100% truth. But will he do it for us? Yes, he will do it. If we are Markandeya. If we follow Markandeya's rules, if we follow the puja he performed, just understand. Somebody is doing puja for us. We have entrusted the performance of puja by somebody else. We ask somebody to perform the puja. Even there we do not pray anything. We just blindly follow what they say. Do we understand the meaning? Do we understand what we are doing? So kindly don't do anything blindly. Have some conscious meaning. What we are doing, who is that? The most lovable God, Lord Shiva, is there. The most lovable thing in this world. என்னிலாரும் எனக்கினியாரில்லை என்னிலும் இனியான் ஒருவனுடன். Upper Swami says, once upon a time, what was the status? என்னிலாரும் எனக்கினியாரில்லை. If somebody asks you, who love you most, whom you are loving very most, somebody is asking, means only I am loving myself. I am having the most lovable person for me is myself. The Upper Swami says, I don't give this statement. Upper Swami says, என்னிலாரும் எனக்கு இனியாரில்லை என்னிலாரும் எனக்கு இனியாரில்லை. அப்புறம்தான் then I found என்னிலும் இனியான் ஒருவனுடன். Then I found the most lovable person for me is Lord Shiva. He is the most lovable person. How much love I can pay, I can give. How many days, how many hours I can give the love. He is worth. என்னிலாரும் எனக்கினியாரில்லை. எனக்கு ரொம்ப இனிமையான ஒருத்தர், எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சமான ஒருத்தர், most lovable person. If you ask, I will quote Lord Muruga, Lord Shiva. That's all. So that point is being stressed here. Amritaghateswarar, Veeratanam. So here the people in abundant measure, so many people are going, but the people will be benefited. Definitely they will be benefited. That is why the Amritaghateswarar temple is there. He is Amritam. He is the bliss. No doubt in that. Go to the temple. Make a sincere and honest prayer. See what you get. Definitely you will get. But go by yourself. Make yourself the prayer. Have direct communication with him. Offer prayer by yourself. You have been given hands. You have been given eyes. You have been given tongue. You have been given the head. You have been given the nice way of talking. All these things he has gifted. But you are entrusting with somebody else to do all these things for you. Don't you have tongue to utter some prayers by means of some verses, Tamil verses? Upper has given lot of verses. Sundarar has given lot of verses. Is it not? பொடியார் மேனியன்னே புரிநூல் ஒரு பால் பொருந்த வடியார் மூவிலை வேல் வளர்கங்கையில் பங்கையோடும் கடியார் கொன்றையன்னே கடவுர் தனுள் வீரட்டத்தம் அடிகள் என்னமுதே எனக்கு ஆர்த்துணை நீயலதே. ஆர்த்துணை நீயலதே. What is that attachment I am having except you? But for you, I don't have any other relation. But for you, I don't have any other dependence. But for you, I don't have anything to love. Kadavur Veerataneshwarar, Sundaramurthy Swamigal says like this. So such verses he has uttered for us. So whenever we go to the Thirukadavur, we must recite these songs before him. Lord Shiva is there. Amritaghateswarar is there. In the formless form he is there. Stand before him. Utter these verses. Pray for you. You pray yourself. Why you entrust this with somebody else? I don't understand. When you feel hungry, you take the food. When you are sick, you take the medicine. When you feel sleepy, you go to sleep. When you want to pray, you entrust it with somebody else. I don't understand the concept and theory behind this. Do it by yourself. In whatever immature way you are doing it, it is acceptable by God. Is it not? The elephant thought of doing some prayer. What did he do? Did he go to some Gurukul and entrusted the work? No, he didn't go to another person, another elephant, and he didn't ask another elephant to perform the puja for it. No, it did by itself. All even non-human beings, the souls, they have prayed. Is it not? Monkey prayed, crow prayed. All these things prayed. Valigandapuram, monkey prayed. Kuranganil muttam, kurangu, anile, muttam, squirrel, crow, they prayed. They came over directly and they prayed directly. So try to pray by yourself. It will be more sincere, because Gurukul, what he will do? 10 persons come at one time. All 10 persons prasadams are taken inside. For all 10 persons, on behalf of all 10 persons, mandirams are recited. For all 10 persons, at least one set of mandirams recited. And that even is not fully recited. How can you expect God to gift you or bless you? It is not possible. This fellow, I have given a lot of things. This fellow comes and enters the work with somebody else. You go over there, recite some song by yourself, offer some flowers, pray for yourself. And tears should come in your eyes. Is it not? Tears should come in your eyes. Be sincere and make prayers before the formless form, Sivalingam. He will understand your love. He will understand your prayer. In whatever immature way you are offering, that will be accepted. So, what I am trying to say is, the Moolavar, if you have direct contact with him, your prayer will be more effective and you will be paid immediately. So offer your prayers. Whenever you go to temple, offer your prayers directly. If you know Ashtotram, you can tell by yourself. There are so many poetries in Tamil also, Upper has given. All these poetries you can say over there. So likewise it goes. Why I am stressing is, your prayer should be effective, means you must do your prayer by yourself. Don't entrust it with somebody else. That will not be sincere, that will not be full, that will not be covering the goal. நோக்கம் நிறைவேறாது. நீங்கள் எதுக்காக போய் செய்வீங்களோ அந்த நோக்கம் நிறைவேறாது. Is it not? If you are having real devotion, if you are having real love, then God will understand your love. He will understand your prayer. He will understand your suffering, and He will remove the suffering from your life. Definitely He will do. No doubt in that. Your prayers will be answered. Shiva answers all prayers at all times. Even if you get up at the midnight and if you make a prayer, do you think that He will not hear? Definitely He will hear. Wherever you are, there is God, and you can make prayer. If you go to temple, it is more effective. Go to temple because you have the circumstances to concentrate here. The environment will help you, will favor you to concentrate your prayer. Okay, so Thiruvathigai Veeratanam, Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam, why I am stressing it? Because it is the most popular temple. Most popular temple. Because people, most of the people, including me, we are afraid of Yaman. Is it not? We are not earning another. Kandayada Andaha, Vandubar Satri Kaiki Ettave. He is just calling Yamadharman to come and meet him. Will we say to Yamadharman to come and meet us? We will not have the guts to do like that. But Arninathar is asking, Yaman is going by himself somewhere. He has not noticed Arninathar, but Arninathar noticed Yaman and asked him, how are you, man? How do you do? Why don't you come here? Let us chat sometime. Arninathar is inviting Yamadharman. Why he is having those guts? So much of guts. It is because he is having sincere love directly for Lord Muruga. He is having the attachments only with Lord Muruga. He doesn't have any attachment with anything else. So, Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam, it is a special, unique Moolavar, Sivalingam, the formless form, the deity Shivalingam. We are just discussing. All Sivalingams are not the same. They are different. They may look in appearance, they may look in the shape alike, but it is not so. In every temple, it has different, unique way of blessing the devotees. So, whenever you go to any temple, understand the concept of the temple, understand the theory behind the temple, understand the uniqueness of the deity, the primary deity, the uniqueness of Lord Shivalingam there. You must understand. Then only you must make your prayer, then only you must offer your puja, all these things. If you do that, then you will be successful. You will be victorious. Your prayers will be paid back. God is there to only to give you, not to take anything from you. He is there to give you only happiness, joy, wealth, health, everything is there to give you. Whenever you go over there, have a pure heart and also utter the verses of Tirumurai, Thevaram, Thiruvazhuvur, utter the Tirumurai. Then only your prayer will be meaningful. So, Thirukadaiyur Veeratanam is the only place, the deity, the primary deity, Shivalingam. If we go and offer our prayer by ourselves, then that Shivalingam, Shivaperuman will remove our fear from our life or death. In our life, we need not be afraid of Yamadharman. Why should we be afraid of him? Lord Shiva is with us. Even in the last days, he won't be coming. Only Lord Shiva will say, oh, my boy is there. Oh, my man is there. My soul is there. Go over there and take away. Is it not? For sincere Sundarar, he sent the elephants along with Thirumal, Piraman, Indiran Mal, Piraman, Edilarmigu Devarellam and the Edurullam Attayane Arul Purid. Not only for Sundarar, who are all very sincere in love with Lord Shiva will take them for blessing, will take them to his world. We want to go to his world, Shivalokam, not to Yama world, Yamaloham. We don't want to go over there because that fellow will torture us. He will put us in the boiling oil. Yes. He will take a knife and cut our ears, fingers, nose, all these things he will do. He is having a battalion of soldiers with him. They will be doing, don't think these are all stories or yarns. No, nothing like that. True, real things. So when you have all these things here, seeing before you, so these things will happen in hell also. Blessings will be done in heaven. So hell and heaven are there. They are true things. Don't think they are hoax. They are real things. Srimad Pavan Swami will say like that. Lord Muruga once took him in the dream to these two things and showed him the reality of these two worlds. So, if at all, if you go to Thirukkadaiyur, the main deity is powerful and effective. If at all you make sincere prayers, your fear for life, for Yaman will be driven away and removed. Okay, with this I want to conclude this session, and I am going to utter 5-lettered mantra 5 times. I want you to recite in your place itself, and I want you to follow me when I am uttering this 5-lettered Panchaksharam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Tiruchitrambalam. We are discussing the deities of Saivam, the holy deities of Saivam. So, in the serial, the holy deities of Saivam, the 3rd chapter, we are discussing the holy deities of Lord Shiva. In that, we discussed Maheshwara Murtams, and we are now discussing the unique deity, the unique shape, the unique form, formless form, Aru Uruva, Shiva Lingam, that we are discussing. And in look, it may be alike in all the temples, but every temple is unique. That unique features we are discussing about Shiva Lingam. And today we discussed about Thirukkadaiyur. Once again, I want to mention the Qatar couple, because they have sponsored these programs with a real love for Lord Shiva, and they are willing that these messages should reach the people who may not be well versed with Tamil. So in English they may be able to understand something from Saivam, and they will be having the affinity or attraction towards Saivam, and one day or other they will be definitely going over to Saivam, getting attached to Lord Shiva. So I appreciate their efforts, and with this I am just concluding this. We will meet exactly in the same time in the next week on 30th. We will be meeting, and we will continue our discussion, these Veeratanams. Namah Shivayam. Tennaaduடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.